There is a moment in Daniel 7 that most people walk past because they are so focused on the horn. Daniel is watching the vision. The horn is speaking. And then quietly, without announcement, something shifts, not on earth, above it. Thrones are set in place, and someone takes a seat, clothing white as snow, hair like wool, a throne burning beneath him, a river of fire flowing outward from before him. Around him, more people than Daniel can count, standing in silence, and then the books open. Those books, every account already kept, every deed already recorded, and if you have ever done something faithful that nobody saw, if you have ever prayed alone and wondered whether anyone was listening, those open books are God's answer to that question. Nothing done in faithfulness goes unrecorded. Nothing. The horn was still speaking below, still pressing against God's people, still certain it was winning. And above it, a court had been seated the whole time. God was not watching from a distance deciding when to act. He was already seated, before the horn ever rose, before it spoke its first word. And then Daniel sees someone moving through the clouds toward the throne, one like a son of man. And the Father gives him everything, every nation, every language, every people, a kingdom with no end. Jesus stood at his own trial and pointed here. "I am," he said. "You will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven." He was talking about Daniel 7. He was talking about this. Every empire in this vision took what it had, fought for it, devoured for it, but the Son of Man receives, freely, from the Father. Because what they were all reaching for was never theirs. It was always his, and what the Father gives, nothing in heaven or earth takes back. The horn gets a season, the Son of Man gets eternity. Whatever has been pressing against you right now, it has a season, it has a ceiling. The Son of Man has neither. That is not just something Daniel saw in a dream. That is the shape of how this story actually ends. And then almost quietly, verse 27, "The kingdom will be given to the holy people of the Most High, not the powerful, not the celebrated, the ones who held on, the ones who kept seeking God through everything that tried to make them stop." That is you. If you are still seeking, that is you. If you kept praying even when nothing seemed to change, that is you. If your faithfulness has been quiet and unseen and real, that is you. The kingdom is being handed to you. Jesus said, "Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened." The kingdom is not reserved for the spiritually impressive. It is for the ones who kept seeking. From Abel, the very first blood that cried from the ground, all the way to the last faithful person who ever lives, every unseen act, every prayer that felt like it went nowhere, every tear that fell alone, already recorded, nothing missing, nothing forgotten. Revelation 6 shows souls asking, "How long, Lord, until you judge?" And the answer is not never, it is at the appointed time, because the court never closed. The Ancient of Days never left his seat. Justice is coming at the appointed time. This is what Jesus wanted us to understand when he pointed to Daniel. Not a timeline to memorize, but so that when we see the pattern, a power pressing against what is sacred, targeting God's people, we would not be shaken. We would recognize it, and we would know what comes after it, because Daniel already watched it happen. After the vision, Daniel said he was appalled, beyond understanding. And then he got up and went back to work, not unaffected, but faithful, still present, still going. The court was seated. The story had an ending, and that knowing was enough. That is what I want you to carry from this, not fear, just this: you have not been forgotten. Nothing done in faithfulness has been wasted. The one who keeps those books has never once left his seat, and the ones who kept seeking, they inherit the kingdom, already declared, already written, already certain. In our next video, we go into Daniel 8. Gabriel names kingdoms, points to a pattern that connects directly to what Jesus said we need to understand. Stay with us. If something in this stayed with you today, share it with someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next one.